Chapter 3. The Big Surprise. What only seemed like minutes but was really 3 hours later, Tash woke with a start. The family estate car pulled up the drive and doors were opened and slammed shut. Oh, they're back then, thought Tash, as she jumped off the sofa, stretched and started to make her way down the stairs of Mount Everest, ready to greet Mum and Dad. They had both rushed out of the door soon after the phone call, so something must have been important. Must have returned from the supermarket, thought Tash, hoping they had been shopping, as she was starving and noticed the supply of cat food in the cupboard was getting very low. I wonder what food and toys they bought me today, hopefully a nice big tin of tuna and some tasty biscuits. Her mouth started to water at the prospect of a fish supper. Tash paused halfway down the stairs and sat on a step. The key rattled in the front door, which was flung wide open. "Tash!" Mum shouted. "We're home! Where are you? We've got you a nice surprise!" Without any more warning, Tash was greeted by a big, spotty dog's head. A Dalmatian. Well, a puppy to be exact, but still, quite a large, if slightly tubby puppy. Maybe that's where the term puppy fat comes from. They stared at each other for a moment, then chaos exploded. Spotty dog saw Tash, got excited, and pulled the lead from Mum's grasp. Mum tripped over the step in her failed attempt to hang on to the lead. "Fluke, no!" shouted Dad, clambering over Mum, sprawled on the floor. Fluke launched himself at Tash halfway up the stairs, his lead trailing behind him. He didn't know why he chased the cat. He didn't really even know what a cat was, but some instinct made him want to chase, and it felt like fun, and Fluke liked fun. Fluke tried to get at Tash behind Tash's sofa in the games room. Unfortunately for Fluke, he was 3 times the size of the cat and got himself stuck, wedged between the sofa and the wall. He couldn't go forwards or backwards. The first thing that Dad noticed when he entered the room was Fluke's spotty bum sticking out from behind the sofa. Tash saw her chance and jumped back over Fluke, scrambled along his spotty back and fled back down the steep stairs of Everest, taking 2 or 3 steps at a time. Mum got unsteadily to her feet, clutching an empty shopping bag, and was about to pick up the tins of dog food from the living room floor when Tash rocketed between her legs, causing Mum to lose her balance, slip on one of the tins and land unceremoniously in a heap, surrounded by more tins of the dog food. Tash headed for the emergency exit, her cat flap in the utility room, nearly tearing it off its hinges in her bid for freedom and the safety of the back garden. She clambered up one of the trees in record time, secured herself in a cosy treehouse she had made and settled in to look back over the garden towards the house. What were they thinking, she thought, bringing a dog into my house? Well, Mum and Dad paid the mortgage, so technically it was theirs. How long was Spotty going to be staying, Tash thought. From the number of dog food tins Tash had seen rolling around the floor, it could be quite a long time. Surely they haven't gone and bought themselves a dog. And where is he going to sleep? These questions rushed through Tash's head, and no way, not in a million years, is he sleeping in my bed. She shuddered at the thought, as she continued to count off a list of questions on the claws of her paw.